Hello, I'm Chris. I'm a KMP developer, and today we're going to be talking about push notifications with Firebase. So Firebase just recently did an update to their API, and Phil Lackner put out a complete code walkthrough, which is a little too long for me, and I want to do a shorter version of it that showed the high level what's going on, a high level walkthrough about what's going on, and basically this project is how to use Firebase to send notifications to one user or broadcast to a topic to a bunch of users. So that's really what's going on. So the first, just do a quick demo of what we're talking about, because I hate when people don't show the stuff. And this is the endpoint what we're looking at. So I have two instances. One is the emulator, and the other was a piece of hardware, a Pixel 3 and a Pixel 4 emulated. And you have to, for doing the one-to-one communication, you have to take the local token for one machine, and paste it in to here, and take the local token from here and paste it to here. So I've already got those on the clipboard. So this is local one EO-U. So I'm going to use the one from here, which is the CAYZ whatever. So let's open the chat here, and I'm going to use the EO here, and let's see over here. Let's do this one. Man, the emulators are super slow. So local user is this. Okay, so I messed up. So let me do that one again. Okay, let's get that pasted in here. So now we'll do the paste. Boy, this emulator is so slow. So I'm not going to keep this open for this whole demo, for this whole video. So this shows the local user tokens here, and if I send a message to this user, it's just here, shows up over here, and if I send a message from this one, so slow, oh my god, and then we send it here. All right, so that sends it back and forth, and then you can do a broadcast. This one we'll just call it broadcast message, and we can broadcast to this topic. These are both subscribed to. That's how you can send it from application to application. You can also use the console to send test messages as well. So it's your test one, test one, test one. And I already got these set up here. So I'm going to send this both to the CAYS and the EO-U40. There, one shows up there, and the other one shows up there. So that's what we're going to be demoing. How this all works. So let me get up the next thing set up here. Okay, so after you set the project up on the Firebase console, you basically have two files. You have this Google services JSON that's needed, and this on the server side, you have to go to the project settings in Firebase, project settings, project overview, project service accounts, and if you go to the Java, and then you need to generate this private key, which I'm not going to show you how to do. Phillip walks through it. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. But once it's set up, you have on the Android side, you have your where is it? It always hides it. Where does it put the Google? Okay, so it's right here. You place the Google services here in this JSON here, I don't care about this account. It's not going to do anything. I'm going to delete this project in a minute anyway. So it doesn't matter if you see all this stuff here. And you can also pull it out of my app, so it's not like it's super hidden. But it's only going to work with my app, so okay, whatever. So that's not super critical. In my opinion. Now the server side one is critical, and let's go and see. So that's the Google services, and for the server, the Ktor server. So the app has to send a message to the server to then for our server to then send the message to Google Firebase to then do all the stuff. So that's how that works, and it receives these messages here on this route to send an individual message to one user or to broadcast onto a topic. So that's how that's done on the Android side. I mean on the server side. Here's the application. It's very simple. It just sets up the serialization. It sets up the monitoring, and it configures the routing, which is these two routes right here, and it sets up the Firebase and uses this service account key, which you do have to put right there. That is important to keep secret. You do want to keep that secret. And you can always regenerate another one if it gets compromised. So that's what that's all for. And let's see. I wonder why my computer's running so slowly. Hold on here. Let me see what's going on. Okay, so here's a set. Probably just set the serialization, which uses JSON just for the for serializing the packet, the message GTOs from the app, from the Android app. And then here's the configure monitoring. Just shows you this kind of stuff down here. Super simple, straightforward. And this is where you set the ports up, and the module that's has the main in it. Very straightforward, very straightforward. And this is what actually converts the message DTO to a Firebase message, which you can see here. If you send a null, it uses the chat topic, and if you send it to an individual user, and it sends to a single device. So I just documented all that stuff to make that a little bit easier for you to see how that works. So I just want to walk through a couple of important things you got to know about the Android app. You have to register this service, which is this push notification service, which will respond to when a new token is generated or when a new message is received. So this is how I'm handling putting the messages down here. Is I set up a coroutine scope that's created when this notification service is created that emits a flow, and the flow is a global variable. I don't think this is a bad thing to do. Some people may frown on it. Classic Java people, but this is Kotlin. You could do stuff like this, and you don't have to initiate DI containers all the time. Let's see, where are the other place I'm using this, and I'm collecting it over here. This is in the view model, chat view model. So I'm collecting these messages and then updating the message list, which is going to be right here. This message list right here. And as you send a message, it actually sends it to our Ktor server, and then the Ktor server has the secrets inside that sends it along to the Firebase backend. So, and then it's really important to have these two internet and post notifications. Let me see what else I wanted to tell you. I guess that's about it right now. I wanted a quick overview. And then if you want a full walkthrough of all the code and how it all works and what's going on here and why all these decisions were made, you can go look at Phillip's code, but it's not as fleshed out as mine. So it's going to be, you can see how you can set everything set up, but mine's a little bit more fleshed out and user friendly and makes more obvious what's going on. Anyway, I'm Chris, and that is the update.